Hi guys, welcome back to Geek's Bathhouse. As you can see, today we are not making soap, we are going to be making some bath bombs. It's been a little while since we made any bath bombs, so I'm excited. We are going to be making some Golden Snitch Harry Potter bath bombs. Fingers crossed my plan turns out. So if you follow my Instagram, you have already seen our wings. Here they are. I made some melt and pour silver wings to go on our Golden Snitch bath bombs. The plan is to stick these on with a little bit of melt and pour soap like glue. So we are going to jump right in and get started. I have my powders all separate here. I'll show you. We have our baking soda and cornstarch in this one. We have in here all our little additive powders. So there is SLSA, goat milk powder, colloidal oatmeal, and cream of tartar in this one. And then our citric acid is in this one. We'll add this after we add our wet ingredients to try to minimize reacting with the citric acid and keep our bath bombs nice and fizzy. So I'm going to get started with the biggest container here. This is our cornstarch and baking soda. I'm going to sift all of my ingredients together, get out all the lumps and bumps. All right, now that we've got all of our powdered ingredients sifted, I'm going to mix them very gently with my hands, just a little bit. I have, like I said, SLSA in this recipe, which is a very, very fine powder. And if you're not careful with it, you can breathe it in and it can cause a lot of coughing and a lot of uncomfortableness. That is one reason why I mix it in with some other powders, so that it the other powders kind of weigh it down and help with that. I'm going to be using avocado oil as my liquid oil for this recipe. You can use any lightweight oil you want. Apricot oil is a great one, rice bran, even olive oil would work, but if you're going to be soaking in the tub with it, make sure you use a skin-loving oil. I've also added a little bit of polysorbate 80 to this. Poly 80 is an emulsifier that helps your oils to emulsify in the water and not just make an oil slick on top of your bathtub. Our fragrance we're using today is Plumeria fragrance from BeScented. I wanted to use something nice and springy and floral for this, so we're going to use Plumeria. So I'm going to start by adding in the fragrance first, because I am going to use all of that liquid. I may or may not need all of my oil. So I have about 3 tablespoons here. I'm going to add maybe half of that and start kind of mixing that in and see where we are from there. I have to the side my rubbing alcohol spray bottle, so I can add some sprays of that if needed. We'll see. I'm going to go ahead with the rest of this oil. I'm going to start by just kind of stirring it, probably get in here with my hands a little bit, and then of course I'll use my mixer momentarily to kind of mix it all in really well. With bath bombs, most of the time you just have to get in there and use your hands. That works best. Alright, I'm going to get my hand mixer, mix this up a little bit, and then we'll add in our citric. That's got us nice and mixed up. Now I'm going to go in with my citric acid, which I'm also going to sift. Don't want to introduce any lumps. And the citric acid can kind of get lumpy over time with the moisture in the air and all that. So see, we got lots of chunks there to kind of push through. And there we go, everything pushed through the sieve nice and easily. And see, since we already had all our liquid kind of mixed in, our citric acid isn't reacting to our liquids, which is nice. Now, we are already at a pretty decent consistency. Lift that up, so if I grab it and squeeze, it does sort of hold together, but not quite. So I'm gonna mix it a little bit with the hand mixer, probably squirt a little bit of rubbing alcohol. But first we're gonna go ahead with our colorants. We are using Lake dyes for our bath bombs. I'm wanting to kind of get gold, obviously, for the Golden Snitch. So I'm gonna be using this yellow number 5 with a little bit of yellow number 6, which is an orange. And hopefully, if we do mostly yellow with a touch of orange, we will get sort of a golden color. And of course, I have my Super Sparkle glitter because everything is better with glitter. You guys know this from me by now. So we're gonna go not too heavy with these at first. We can always add more, but we certainly can't take it back out. So, and these Lake dyes are pretty potent, so usually it doesn't take a whole lot. When you're using dyes like this for your bath bombs, you have to keep in mind that your base is white, so when you add color, it's automatically going to lighten up. I thought about doing some of my gold mica. You can use micas in bath bombs. If you have that poly 80, they won't stick to the bathtub or stain or anything, but I prefer to use lakes when possible because the lakes are what are going to actually change the color of your water, make it really pretty in the bath. So right now we did get a nice golden color. It's just lighter than I want because, as I was saying, it's mixed with white. So I am going to add a little bit more, but I think our ratio was pretty good to add. I'm doing about 2 to 1, I would say, of yellow to orange. Mostly yellow, just a hint of orange is the plan. And of course the glitter will make your bath a little bit sparkly and also potentially make you a little bit sparkly when you come out of it. But since I'll probably be the one using these, I'm not worried about it. So I'm going to check for my consistency. That's actually not bad right there. I don't want it to be too wet, so I'm just going to try one. I use these metal, stainless, I think they're stainless, bath bomb molds. Some people like to use plastic and actually will mold. I've seen people who have 30 of these and will mold each one and leave them in the mold. Bath bombs are kind of a tricky thing. It takes some trial and error, kind of figuring out your recipe and getting used to making them and figuring out what works best for you. I find that I like these metal ones. I'll just push that together, twist a little bit. And there we go. And I find that I don't have any trouble really just popping them out and having them like that. That doesn't work for everyone. So you just kind of have to figure out what works best for you and go with it. I'm just piling it in there, poking a little bit, holes, press together, a little bit of a twisting motion as I press. There we go. Press together, and oh, see, that one didn't work. And sometimes you have to kind of tap on the mold itself with a spoon. Let me grab one. Sometimes that helps to release them. So we'll just scoop again, twist and press. Press really good. I'm gonna give it a tap. When you tap it, you can almost feel it release. And then take the other side off. I need to tap this side too. That's awkward, tapping with my left hand. And there it comes, just like that. I like to kind of smooth out that middle ring. Some people like the Saturn ring look on the bath bombs. I prefer to kind of try to rub it away and have just a regular round bomb. So behind me I have a piece of like egg crate foam sitting on my stove, and that is what I am setting the bath bombs on to harden. I'll try to remember to get a shot of that so you guys can kind of see what I have them sitting on to dry. Okay, just for fun, I wanted to bring you guys in and show you our little powder in the bottom. Add some water. You can see all that beautiful foamy bubbles that we got from our recipe. Obviously this is like in a small container. It's not a super accurate representation of what it'll do in the bathtub, but it is kind of. And when the bath bombs are all dry, I will try to put a demo video up on Instagram so you guys can see it. So if you're not following Instagram, check it out. There'll be a link in the description box below. And I will bring you guys back when we are ready to turn these into golden snitches. Alright, we're ready to turn our golden snitch bath bombs into actual golden snitches. I've just melted up a little bit of melt and pour here. I'm going to use this as kind of a glue to glue our snitch wings onto our golden snitches. I wanted to show you guys the mold that I used for the wings. Just a little wing mold I ordered off of Amazon for just a couple dollars. And the wings came out really good. The detail is really nice. So super excited about that. Got you guys zoomed in pretty good so that you can kind of see what I'm doing here, hopefully. I'm wanting my melt and pour to cool just a little bit so that it'll be kind of sticky, and then also will be cool enough to solidify and bond our wings to our bath bombs. Just kind of making myself a little bit of space here. And so the idea is that the wings will go on like this, and then we'll have snitches. So I'm just gonna use my popsicle stick here to kind of paint a little bit of melt and pour on there, and then just stick it right to the bath bomb. hold that there until it hopefully solidifies and sticks on. There we go. We'll do the other side. I'm doing not too thick of a layer of soap there because I don't want to weigh it down. I want it to be able to kind of stick and float on there. And the cool temperature in my house is actually kind of helping that to solidify nice and easily. But there we go, look! Golden Snitch bath bomb. How cool is that? Alright, I will set this one to the side and just keep going to turn all these little bath bombs into golden snitches. I'm so excited how that turned out. Wasn't sure if this was going to work. And there they are, guys. Thanks so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this Golden Snitch Harry Potter video. If you did, please hit the like button. Don't forget to subscribe, tell your friends, spread the geeky soapy love, and we will see you guys next week.